Well, Jesse, what started out as a disastrous start, a 13-0 hole, turns out to be a 17-13 gutsy victory with some veterans like Daniel Batuli, 19 tackles, a huge 4th-and-1 stop there at the end, and then Jarrett Garantano coming off the bench. Didn't play till the start of the second half, but started 7 of 7, a couple of touchdowns, and I told him after the game, I said, you grew up a Yankees fan, you love Derek Jeter, that's why you wear number 2. But in reality, probably ought to wear 42 because he looks like Mariano Rivera the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, whether he's the reliever, closer, six-man shooter, I mean, he's come in and he gave Tennessee's offense a spark. Obviously, they threw some fantastic back shoulder fades. Marquez Callaway had a great catch. Josh Palmer had a fantastic catch. The offensive line played, with a plum. But Tennessee's defense also pitched a shutout for 3 quarters after just a terrible first quarter. Jeremy Pruitt used a word that a lot of folks on the GQ were kind of laughing about. It was one of Butch Jones's favorite words, but it's true. It was resiliency. I mean, the team really did show it after, you basically get a blocked punt. You're down 13-0 in a flash. But Kentucky basically playing, one-handed and running kind of a triple option offense was going to give Tennessee opportunities to stay in this game. The defense bucked up. They started sealing the edges. The defensive ends who were terrible in the first half. I asked Darrell Taylor. He told me Pruitt talked to that group at halftime and said it was the worst performance he'd ever seen from that unit. They turned it around. Batuli was fantastic. The goal line play right behind us here, that obviously was what ultimately won the game. And then Jarrett Garantano with the naked bootleg, gutsy call by Jim Chaney to kind of cap a gutsy effort by the entire team.
Tennessee just found a way tonight. They weren't. It wasn't pretty.
They made a lot of mistakes, and they won the game.
And Jeremy went on a 5-minute,
I think his opening statement might have been 9 minutes. I mean, it was pretty incredible. I mean, he just basically did a play-by-play of the game. Yeah, and it was like, well, we made this mistake, and then we made that mistake. But then, we made one good play here and one good play there. But in the end, I mean, they made more good plays than bad plays, and that's why they won a nail-biter 17-13.
Jarrett told me after the game that, the season to the, up until the last few weeks where he's kind of found a rhythm, has been the worst experience of his life. I thought that was the realest quote he's, really kind of give throughout this is he's tried to downplay all that. But I think now that he's kind of come out on the other end of it, it's starting to just kind of reflect and say, hey, it wasn't pretty. He admitted there were some things that the defenses threw at him those first few weeks that, he struggled with mightily, but has found a rhythm again. The biggest thing, though, that he talked about is the same message that Coach Pruitt talked about was they're in the same spot they were 1 year ago, 5-5 with 2 to go. The difference is this year Tennessee is heading into a bye before they play a Missouri team that got shut out tonight at Georgia and will play Florida next week. Tennessee's got to find a way to finish.
Yeah, and if they do, I think they got a good shot at going to Jacksonville. I mean, the
sure beats cold Memphis.
The Tax Slayer Bowl folks were in the house today. I jokingly talked to one of them and just kind of said, you guys would like Tennessee and the 50,000 fans in orange that would come down there, and they said absolutely. So I think Tennessee, they're trending in the right direction, and Jeremy said it afterwards too. The program is headed in the right direction, but to do that means you have to finish. They finished tonight, 3 4th-down stops in the second half. Now can they finish the season off on 7-5 when you started 1-4? That would be quite a turnaround.
Tennessee wins it tonight. They're now 5-5 on the season, 17-13 victorious here at Kentucky. For Jesse Simonton, I'm Austin Price for an extended 2-minute drill.